Welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Steve Van Meter, your senior minister, and the theme for this month is Holy, Holy Uprising, and my talk title for today is There's Only One of Us Here. There's only one of us here, and it's God, expressing as the billions of little life forms that we find ourselves within. So I'd like to take you on a quick imaging experience this morning right off the bat. So I invite you to bring to mind someone you love. Maybe it's someone who's made their transition, but just bring to mind someone that you love. Maybe several people come to mind. That's okay. There's room enough and enough love for everyone. Let's just bring that moment of connection to this energy of this person that you love, this group of people that you love so much, someone that has had an impact on your life. Let's just send love. Let's be love broadcasters right now. Let's just generate love right here for a moment. Breathing in love and exhaling love. See, there is only one of us here. And love is the connection. Love is the reason. The answer to all questions is love. So let's bring ourselves back. Well, welcome once again to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living, and welcome to Science of Mind, religious science. And as a leading spiritual organization, we're no longer the best kept secret in metaphysics. That's right, the word is out. People are starting to understand what we're talking about. And we're poised with the teaching and with the tools to take humanity into the next new paradigm of consciousness. We are invited to demonstrate this in our lives, in our centers, in our communities, and in our world. And to do so, we must rise up. We must elevate ourselves to the new level of consciousness. We must bring ourselves to a new paradigm, a new energy. There's really only one of us here. It is source energy, God, Christ consciousness, whatever you choose to call it. We have always been one, but we're in this plane of existence appearing as separate entities so that we can have certain experiences. I believe that the infinite divided itself and put us here so that we could have lunch together, so to speak. And here we are. You know, many of our cultures honor their ancestors in different ways and honor those who have made their transition. You know, the AIDS quilt and 9/11 and the Day of the Dead, even Halloween are a few examples of how we can have a chance to honor those who have transitioned before us. Giving ourselves opportunities to remember, reflect, and to honor all life. See, our God source energy and how it shows up is individual as each one of us. Each person allows their personal power, their personal story, their personal love to live on through us, as us. Yep, there's only one of us here. We envision a world in which we live and grow as one global family that respects and honors the interconnectedness of all life. A world where this kinship with all life prospers all and connects all through the guidance of spiritual wisdom and experience. I selected a quote from our textbook on page 35 that says, "There is a universal mind, spirit, intelligence that is the origin of everything. It is first cause. It is God. The universal life and energy finds an outlet in and through all that is energized and through everything that lives. There is one life back of everything that lives. There is one energy back of all that is energized. This energy is in everything. There is one spirit back of all expression. That is the meaning of that mystical saying, in him we live, move, and have our being." Again, there's only one of us here. There is one spirit back of all expression. That is that meaning behind the mystical saying, in him we live, move, and have our being. How powerful is that? Is that we already have within us all that we're seeking. Just like in the beautiful affirmation and reading that Carol brought us this morning, that when we polish a piece of silver, we remove the tarnish. We don't add silver to it. We remove what is in the way of seeing the silver. And that's how we are. That's what our life is all about continuing to rub off the tarnish that this life has so lovingly given us the opportunity to have a learning experience. So first off, Centers for Spiritual Living. Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living is a leading edge teaching and a global movement dedicated to positive thought. We honor and recognize all religions and all the contributions of those who have come before us, those who have contributed to this teaching. We recognize and celebrate them by teaching about them, by speaking their names into the room, and by consciously identifying the interconnectedness of them to us, as us to them. This is the connection. This is the allness of all life that life represents. See, when people make their transition, they become part of us, as they've always been. Secondly, we honor, recognize, celebrate, and bless those who have made their transition before us. We hold them sacred in our heart. It's an opportunity for us to speak about our early ancestors, those who may have been killed due to such thing as racism or sexism or homophobia or fill in the blank. We do so because we know the powerful healing that comes from giving space to grieve and to mourn, individually and collectively. This is how we have a community, a calm unity of like-minded people. And that's what we are. We use this opportunity to reconnect, to begin not only an open and welcome community, but also to be an inclusive one that honors and celebrates our diversity rather than our differences. See, the infinite, God, Christ consciousness, source energy, great spirit, is individualized as each one of us. It is in every one of us because it is every one of us. So thirdly, Howard Thurman said, "Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do that." Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. Again, that was Howard Thurman. So let us ask, what does the world need from Centers for Spiritual Living? What does the world need from our conscious awareness of spirit? What does the world need and the people in it need from me, need from us, need from you? And it's love. Love, 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 love. The answer to all questions is love. Are someone's answered prayers your actions? Well, that's how prayers get answered, is through the action of spirit through each one of us. See, we are our brothers and sisters keepers. Sometimes not all of us are conscious all at the same time. So the ones that are need to kind of nudge the people who have fallen asleep, not to startle them, but to remind them of who they are. What are we all being called to do, to be, and to have? What is the vision of your life? You know, if there's only one of us here, if it has to do with love, you're on the right path. The love of reading, the love of writing, the love of producing, the love of accounting, whatever your love is, get out there and do it with all your heart, all your being, and you shall be rewarded for your efforts. So in conclusion, today, let us commit to honoring those upon whose shoulders we stand on. Let us commit to honoring those who are our ancestors, be they in our family or just our friends, in our spiritual traditions, in our community, or any other form of a legacy. Let us remember their names, and may their lives continue to impact our lives as we honor them with love. Let us commit to taking the necessary action in our personal lives, in our spiritual communities, and in the community that we live in, to rise up in consciousness, to take the high road, to see the big picture, and to demonstrate at a whole new level of presence and creative action, one that ripples out from where we are and what we do, encompassing love throughout the cosmos, because truly, there is only one of us here. It is God, and that's you. And so it is. Amen. Well, it's time for our healing prayer now. So if you'd like to just take a focus on something that takes you deeper or close your eyes, let's follow our teaching and go within. So I invite you to bring to the forefront of your consciousness what you believe God is to you. You can name it anything you want. That's your business. But I think we can agree that there is a power that is on all the time. It is always transmitting and receiving love. And that we are unified in that field of love. For truly, there is only one of us here. It is the love that we are seeking and seeking to broadcast. So I know that there is a healing within that love for each one of us. There is a revealing of the truth. There is a divine connection happening right here and right now. That whatever your situation may be, as we turn away from the situation, not to deny it, but to concentrate on the love, the love begins to grow in each and every situation, enveloping it in the answers, in the solutions, in the divine right action that each one of us is seeking. And as we introduce divine right action into each and every situation, a seeming miracle begins to happen. It is who and what each one of us is. We each are a miracle for the other. We give great thanks for this miraculous energy that surges through the love that we share, knowing that something powerful is happening. We give great thanks for this time, this space, and this place. And we release this word directly into the living, loving law, where we know it is already done. And so it is. Amen. So it's time for our offertory. So again, I want to thank everyone who gives and continues to give, and who has given and who will give in the future. Just put our hand on our heart and say our affirmation. My gift does good work in the world and blesses all life. Once again, my gift does good work in the world and blesses all life. Well, let's say a prayer for that offering. And again, thank you all for giving and continuing to support your ministry, your Grants Path Center for Spiritual Living. These tithes and gifts have been collected. They're evidence of our faith, our belief, and our ability to manifest in this world of form. They do good work in this world and allow this center to be a place where people can come and remember who they are and share that love with each other in a way that makes sense. And for this, we are so well blessed. And so it is.